Hello.
Okay, we're live.
We're live.
And it's really good to be here.
Yeah.
How is everyone, including yourself?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
How was your weekend?
It was great. I had a part 2 of my sister's wedding, the festival of my sister and her husband now officially, which was lovely. My sister decided to part celebrations between her friends and my parents' friends.
Oh, sound like that.
And it was actually a really, really fun time. I was not expecting it to be as fun as it was. So that was really, really great. What did you get up to?
It was a full family affair, which I loved, but there was 2 windows within my weekend where I went for a long ride with a friend, which was just heavenly. Took it really slow just to maximize the time out on the road.
Oh, nice.
Don't tell my wife.
No,
but she really endorsed it, and it was just amazing though. Just to not push it, to go really slowly, enjoy the chat. And then in the afternoon, another little pocket opened up, and I went and played 9 holes of golf.
Wow.
And it was glorious.
Whereabouts?
Slicing it all over the place and having the time of my life.
Oh, listen, was it slicing and hooking, or was it just slicing?
Mainly slice. I love the idea of a hook, more of a draw, but I'm a slicer at heart. But it was amazing. Nature, disconnecting, chat with mates, played at Brighton.
It's a
classic golf course. I hadn't played there since 2007, and amazingly, I had a receipt from the last time I played in my golf bag because I probably haven't used those clubs since 2007.
Brilliant.
But I love golf.
Golf is amazing. We should have a hero golf day.
Okay, are you into golf?
I love golf.
You do?
Yeah. I probably play it just as much as you, given 2007 is your reference.
Yes.
But I do love it in concept.
Okay,
so,
there you go.
Yeah.
We're making a declaration that we're going to play golf.
Speaking of which, what a bridge.
Thank you.
The topic of today's discussion is declarations and making bold statements and declarations towards the future. Take it away, Dan.
I will. I just thought let's just check in if anyone's on Facebook or connecting with us live. There we are.
There we are. I'm leaning in. We're talking about ourselves. Nope, no one yet available. But that is all good. We're here.
People will be coming on. Just the idea of making a declaration, and let's just kind of lean into the idea that we're making a declaration around our health and fitness and lifestyle goals. And something that's been just buzzing in my mind for the last probably 2 months, which just announced itself on this ride that I went on with a friend, was that in Melbourne in November of this year, there will be a half Ironman just on our doorstep. And like I mentioned before, I did my first half Ironman in 2019. I made the declaration on New Year's Eve 2018. And on day 1, January 1st, I just started a lifestyle of endurance training and living for 6 months. And it was just amazing. And there were times where I wasn't even sure I was going to end up getting to the starting line, just because life naturally tends to get in the way. But the power of making the declaration really inspired me to do the training and to live the lifestyle. So it's not always about reaching the goal or hitting the target, but it's like making a declaration and just what can you do each day to take you closer to what you want to achieve. But all the while knowing that even if you don't reach that starting line, the journey you've been on has been empowering, inspiring, and created new habits and a lifestyle that you want. So I put it out there that it's something I'm interested in doing. I haven't completely stated it and made the declaration, but the fact that it's out there makes me feel like it's no longer an internal thought. It's now gone out to the world.
And the journey towards that start line is it. That's everything.
Yeah.
I mean, so many people say that, whether you're creating a declaration with your business life or with your health, whatever it might be, once you get there and once you achieve it, it's nourishing, but it's by no means nearly as nourishing as the journey that got you there. It really is the entire process of being able to get there. And that's why the power of declaring and creating that filter of focus, razor sharp focus, and understanding exactly what you need to do on a daily basis to be able to move yourself towards that ultimate goal is such a powerful journey. So, and it starts with the declaration. That's exactly where it starts.
It absolutely does. And sometimes it can be scary to announce it because it makes us feel accountable and responsible. And I think there's like an element and a context to that being the case. But at the same time, because it's all about the journey and that's the priority, it doesn't matter if we end up reaching that target, that goal, or achieving what we set out to do. It's more, what are we doing each day to move the needle forward? And that's so much more enticing and exciting to explore rather than being so fixated on the end result and the destination. And being the hero's journey that we're all on, we all know it's just about waking up and just looking at that intention, looking at that vision, that mission that we have for ourselves and our lives, and just taking the necessary steps each day and just celebrating the small wins on a daily basis.
I love it. And, in the vein of declaring, I
was going to ask, but this is exciting.
No. It's nothing massive, really. It's something that I've been really fiddling around with a lot of recent times, and that is really crafting a really solid strength mobility program for myself that I can really adhere to, so I can start to develop new strength goals, but also creating balance in creating new mobility goals as well. And I wanted to declare by doing that, by really following through in some macro cycles. And what that means is I want to go through, a fair few macro cycles, which can look different in every form of periodization. But what I'm looking at is probably a good, 18-week strength training macro cycle, which is going to be moving through various different accumulation phases and then getting into strength building and then moving back down into, all these fancy long words like hypertrophy and blah, blah, blah. But really what it's about is really just training your body with different stimulus, but being really, really conscious of integrating science and experience and understanding that the body needs to open up just as much as it needs to strengthen.
That's exciting. I can't wait for you to share the journey with us.
Well, it's going to be lots of fun. I'm already in the middle of it, but I feel like I could be a lot more committed to the structure of it. And, sickness, whatever, life has gotten in the way of that happening. But what I'm expecting a second child in a matter of weeks, and which is really exciting and a little bit, it's actually just exciting. I'm sure. I'm sure there's a lot of other things that are going to come with it, but understanding and planning, knowing that I'm going to be time poor and perhaps sleep deprived for a certain period of time. So I need to work into my daily life the knowledge of that as well.
It would be wonderful to have you share your experience of how you're doing that.
Good, great idea. As in right now?
Just when it starts, when all things kick off and sleep deprivation is in full swing.
Well, that's going to be a really, really interesting experience because, I would say by definition, everyone here is a dad because this is our hero dad tribe. And everyone would have experienced what it's like to be in the position I'm about to be in, and Dan was in very recently. Probably still is to a certain degree.
I would say there is definitely moments.
So I think it's about being really, really understanding of, what your daily life, planning for your daily life, but also knowing that plan will sometimes just be thrown out the window. And I'm sure you can attest to this, Dan.
Absolutely. Before moving on, I just wanted to check in if anyone's online.
Let's see. No.
I think maybe we can just wrap it up there and just invite anyone who sees this at a later point to share with us in the group and in the comment section any declarations that you'd like to make, any kind of anything that's swirling around in the mind that's been there for a little while and it just feels like you need to let it go and to put it out there. I mean, this is the space, this is the time. And we look forward to just supporting you on your journey and just supporting you to take it one moment at a time, because that's all we can ever do.
That's it. That's all we can ask of ourselves and each other.
Yeah, exactly. So can't wait to read from you all and wishing you a great start to the week.
Take care, guys.
Thanks.